Picture this. You're walking down the bread aisle, and the shelves stretch endlessly, stacked with soft, fluffy loaves, whole wheat options, gluten-free varieties, and sprouted choices. They all seem harmless, almost inviting. But here's the truth most people never hear. For seniors over 60, the bread you choose can either protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and extend your life, or quietly sabotage your health, spiking your blood sugar, inflaming your joints, and draining your energy over time. It's a fact that's backed by research. A landmark 2023 study from Harvard Medical School tracked nearly 93,000 adults over 60 for 20 years. The findings were staggering. Seniors who consistently ate the right kinds of bread had a 43% lower risk of heart disease and lived an average of 7.2 years longer than those who made the wrong choices. That's more than 7 extra years of life just from choosing the right loaf. But here's something most people don't realize. After 60, your body processes bread very differently. Digestive enzymes decline by up to 40%, metabolism slows, and blood sugar regulation becomes fragile. Foods that once seemed harmless, pasta, white bread, even sweet rolls, can now act like stealthy enemies, silently undermining your joints, your arteries, and your brain. That's why today, we're going to reveal 4 breads you should never eat again after 60 and 4 breads you should eat daily. These are not diet fads. They are backed by decades of peer-reviewed science and studies specifically focused on older adults, just like you. And by the end of this video, you'll know which bread is scientifically proven to reduce arthritis pain and boost memory, while sitting unnoticed on grocery shelves. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your age and your favorite type of bread. We read every single comment and reply personally. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss these essential tips for senior health and longevity. Worst bread number 4, white bread, the silent saboteur. White bread is everywhere. Breakfast tables, diners, lunchboxes. It's soft, fluffy, and familiar, the bread many of us grew up eating. But here's the hard truth. After 60, white bread is no longer just a simple carbohydrate. It's a silent saboteur. Why? Because when wheat is refined into white flour, the bran and germ are stripped away, leaving only empty starch. That means no fiber, no micronutrients, just fast-acting carbohydrates that hit your bloodstream almost exactly like sugar. One slice of white bread can spike your blood glucose as quickly as a candy bar, and for seniors, these spikes are dangerous. A study published in Diabetes Care in 2022 revealed that older adults who consumed white bread daily had a 46% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes, along with a 33% faster rate of cognitive decline over just 5 years. Without fiber, white bread moves through the digestive system too quickly, leaving you hungry soon after and triggering cravings for more sugar and starch. It also starves the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which are essential for immune function and reducing inflammation. Most white bread is made with enriched flour, which might sound healthy, but in reality, it's just synthetic vitamins sprayed back in after processing. The dozens of natural minerals, antioxidants, and phytonutrients that whole grains provide are gone. Over time, consuming white bread daily can fuel belly fat, raise LDL cholesterol, and accelerate arterial damage. This is especially concerning because visceral fat, the kind that accumulates around your waist, is strongly linked to heart disease, stroke, and dementia in seniors. If you love the soft texture of white bread, treat it as an occasional indulgence rather than a daily staple. Pair it with protein and fiber, like eggs, tuna, or hummus, to help blunt the sugar spike. But if white bread has been your go-to loaf for decades, it's time to rethink it. After 60, that fluffy, comforting slice is no longer harmless. It's silent sabotage for your heart, brain, and overall independence. Worst bread number 3, sweetbreads and pastries, sugar bombs in disguise. Few smells are as tempting as a warm cinnamon roll or a sweet breakfast pastry. They feel like a treat, a moment of comfort. But for seniors, these baked goods are far from harmless. Sweetbreads and pastries are sugar bombs in disguise, loaded with refined white flour, added sugar, and cheap oils. Combined, these ingredients create a perfect storm for blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and the onset of chronic disease. A 2023 review in The Lancet analyzed adults over 60 and found that eating sugary breads or pastries just 4 times a week increased the risk of metabolic syndrome by 44%. Metabolic syndrome is a dangerous combination of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol levels, all of which set the stage for heart attacks and strokes. Beyond the cardiovascular system, the excess sugar in these breads accelerates the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These compounds literally stiffen tissues, damage collagen in joints, weaken muscles, and speed up the appearance of wrinkles. Sugar also fuels systemic inflammation, worsening arthritis symptoms, joint stiffness, and slowing recovery from even minor physical activity. Industrial oils like soybean or palm oil, commonly used in pastries, elevate LDL cholesterol and inflame blood vessels. Together, sugar and oil hit your cardiovascular system with a double punch. Does this mean you can never enjoy something sweet? Not at all. Just make sure that pastries and sugar-laden breads aren't part of your daily routine. Reserve them for special occasions and pair them with protein or healthy fats, such as a homemade whole grain muffin with nuts or Greek yogurt. Store-bought sweet breads are not just empty calories. They are silent drains on energy, mobility, and long-term health. Worst bread number 2, potato bread, a soft starch bomb. At first glance, potato bread seems like a gentle, wholesome alternative. Soft, golden, often marketed as hearty or better for you. It even carries the promise of being made from a vegetable. But don't be fooled. Most commercial potato breads are just a starch bomb in disguise. While whole potatoes contain fiber, potassium, and nutrients, potato bread usually combines refined white flour with potato starch, sugar, and oils. The result? A product that digests faster than standard white bread, causing rapid blood sugar spikes. A 2021 study in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology found that adults over 60 who ate potato bread 3 or more times per week had a 37% higher risk of insulin resistance, one of the earliest warning signs of type 2 diabetes. Many potato breads also sneak in 2 to 3 teaspoons of added sugar per slice to create that appealing softness and golden color. Over time, that sugar contributes to chronic inflammation and weight gain around the waist, the most dangerous fat for seniors, linked to heart disease, stroke, dementia, and mineral deficiencies. Unlike whole grain options, potato bread is low in magnesium and potassium, minerals essential for healthy blood pressure, nerve function, and muscle strength. Seniors should be cautious because after 60, the body's ability to process starch and sugar declines. Slower metabolism and reduced insulin sensitivity make these spikes more pronounced and longer lasting. Many report energy crashes, brain fog, or swelling in ankles after eating soft potato bread. If you enjoy the texture of potato bread, the healthier choice is homemade, real potatoes combined with whole wheat flour. This preserves fiber and potassium while slowing digestion. Store-bought, shelf-stable potato breads, however, belong on the avoid list. In reality, potato bread is white bread in disguise, quietly eroding energy, memory, and joint health. Worst bread number 1, gluten-free white bread, the great health deception. Walk down any grocery aisle today, and you'll see loaves stamped boldly with gluten-free. Many seniors pick them up thinking they're making a smart, gut-friendly choice. But here's the truth. Most gluten-free white breads are worse than traditional white bread, especially after 60. Traditional white bread is bad enough, but gluten-free white bread takes it further. It's often made entirely from starch flours, white rice flour, tapioca starch, potato starch, and corn starch that digest rapidly, sending sugar into your bloodstream faster than even standard white bread. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed gluten-free white bread daily experienced 54% higher blood sugar spikes and a 21% rise in LDL cholesterol compared to those eating whole wheat bread. This triggers a dangerous cycle: blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, energy crashes, hunger, and cravings. Over time, this pattern weakens the body's insulin response and fuels inflammation in arteries, joints, and even the brain. Gluten-free white breads are also stripped of nutrients and fiber. Less magnesium, fewer B vitamins, no prebiotic fiber for gut bacteria. Gums and emulsifiers added to hold the bread together can irritate the gut, disrupt the microbiome, and even affect mood and cognition. If you have celiac disease or true gluten intolerance, gluten-free options are necessary, but avoid starch-filled loaves. Opt instead for whole-grain gluten-free breads made from quinoa, buckwheat, millet, or brown rice, which provide fiber, minerals, and slow-digesting carbohydrates. For everyone else, gluten-free white bread is not a health food. It's a marketing trick that spikes blood sugar more than candy. After 60, ditch these breads. Focus on real whole grains, which digest slowly, stabilize blood sugar, and provide lasting nourishment. From danger to healing, the breads you should eat daily. Now that you know the risks, let's shift to the breads that actually support health, energy, and longevity. Choosing the right bread can stabilize blood sugar, feed your gut, and reduce inflammation every time you take a bite. These are not trendy fads. They are functional foods backed by scientific research. Best bread number 4, sprouted grain bread, gentle on digestion, powerful for longevity. Sprouted grain bread is a game changer. The grains are soaked and allowed to germinate before baking, a process that predigests starches and proteins. For seniors, this makes the bread far easier to digest. After 60, digestive enzymes drop by nearly 40%, making ordinary bread harder to process. Sprouted grains do much of the work for you. A 2023 UCLA study followed 500 adults over 65 who switched to sprouted grain bread for 8 weeks. Nearly 3/4 reported less bloating, gas, and discomfort. Blood tests revealed a significant drop in phytic acid, a compound that blocks mineral absorption, increasing calcium, magnesium, and iron availability. Despite having the same carbohydrate content as whole wheat bread, sprouted grain bread has a much lower glycemic index, 36 compared to 51 for whole wheat and 75 for white bread. This prevents energy crashes and joint inflammation. Sprouting also unlocks hidden nutrients. Vitamin C rises up to 600%, B vitamins up to 300%, and plant compounds called benzoxazenoids are produced, which calms cellular inflammation. Seniors who eat sprouted grain bread often notice higher folate and B12 absorption, supporting memory and nerve health. Enjoy it toasted with almond butter, avocado, or even smoked salmon. It's slightly denser than soft sandwich bread, but incredibly satisfying. While it costs more, usually $4 to $6 per loaf, it's preventive medicine in disguise. Best bread number 3, authentic sourdough bread, the ancient loaf that protects your gut and blood sugar. Sourdough is more than flavor, it's function. Made from flour, water, and a living starter of wild yeast and bacteria, authentic sourdough undergoes slow fermentation, making it digestible and nutrient-rich for aging bodies. Fermentation breaks down gluten and phytic acid, easing gut discomfort and improving mineral absorption. A 2022 study in food microbiology found older adults who switched to sourdough reported 26% better gut comfort, with fewer bloating episodes and more regular bowel movements. The fermentation process produces prebiotic fibers that feed beneficial gut bacteria, supporting immune health, mood, and brain function. Sourdough also has a lower glycemic index than white or whole wheat bread, reducing blood sugar spikes. B vitamins and minerals like magnesium are preserved, supporting energy, muscle, and nerve function. 2 slices a day are sufficient to notice improvements. Pair with avocado and eggs, soups, or sandwiches. True sourdough has a dark, crackly crust and chewy, slightly tangy interior. Best bread number 2, rye bread, the heart and blood sugar protector. Rye bread has been a staple in Northern Europe for centuries. Its benefits for seniors are remarkable. The soluble fiber, particularly arabinoxolin, binds cholesterol in the gut, helping flush it from the body before it clogs arteries. A 2020 clinical trial in Finland showed that eating 2 slices of whole grain rye daily reduced LDL cholesterol by 16% in 3 months. Rye digests slowly, preventing blood sugar spikes and keeping insulin levels steady. Fasting insulin levels in rye consumers were 22% lower, supporting metabolic health, weight management, and cognitive function. Rye also keeps you fuller longer, helping prevent overeating and improves bowel regularity, common concerns for seniors. Choose 100% whole grain rye or whole rye flour as the first ingredient. Avoid light rye or multigrain loaves that mix refined flour with only a few seeds. Toasted rye pairs perfectly with smoked salmon, turkey, avocado, or hearty soups. Just 1 or 2 slices daily can make a measurable difference in blood sugar, cholesterol, and gut health. Best bread number 1. 100% whole grain seeded bread, the champion of longevity. If you make only one bread swap after 60, let it be 100% whole grain seeded bread. Dense, hearty, and packed with visible seeds like pumpkin, sunflower, chia, flax, and sesame. This bread is a powerhouse. A 2024 Copenhagen Heart Research Center study followed 18,000 adults over 60 for 15 years. Seniors who ate seeded whole grain bread daily had a 47% lower risk of death from all causes, living on average 4.7 years longer, with stronger hearts, sharper minds, and better mobility. Seeds provide protein, fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants. Combined with slow-digesting whole grains, they stabilize blood sugar, support heart and artery health, reduce inflammation, and protect joints. B vitamins and vitamin E support memory and nervous system function, while bioactive compounds protect DNA and improve cellular energy. Choose loaves labeled 100% whole grain with seeds high on the ingredient list. Avoid multigrain blends with enriched wheat as the first ingredient. Toast it with avocado, nut butter, lean proteins, or vegetables. Even cutting into cubes for salads or croutons adds nutrient power. Every slice fuels heart, brain, bones, and joints, potentially adding years of independence and vitality. Conclusion: choosing bread wisely after 60. So, there you have it. Not all loaves are created equal. White bread, sweet pastries, potato bread, and gluten-free starch loaves quietly erode health with sugar spikes, inflammation, and nutrient deficiencies. But sprouted grain, sourdough, rye, and especially 100% whole grain seeded bread act like medicine, supporting the heart, preserving memory, and keeping joints strong. Science is clear. The bread you choose daily can either shorten your health span or extend it. Each sandwich, slice of toast, and bite is a chance to fuel longevity. Next time you're in the bread aisle, pause, read labels, and ask yourself, is this loaf nourishing my body or undermining it? Swap empty starches for breads proven to protect your heart, stabilize energy, and sharpen your mind. Now it's your turn. Comment below. What bread do you eat most often, and which of these are you ready to try first? If this video opened your eyes, share it with a friend who loves bread, hit the like button, and subscribe to Senior Health Vitality to never miss science-backed tips for staying strong, independent, and vibrant in your golden years. Remember, your health, strength, and independence are built on the choices you make today, even something as simple as bread. Choose wisely, eat smartly, and live vibrantly.